The shocking link between inflammation and brain fog, what science reveals. Intro: the mysterious mental fog. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you were there? Struggled to find the right word in a conversation? Or stared blankly at a document unable to focus, feeling like your brain was wrapped in cotton wool? If so, you're not alone. This experience, often described as brain fog, affects millions of people around the world, especially those over the age of 50. But despite how common it is, many people don't realize what's really causing it. It's not just aging, it's not just stress. And no, you're not going crazy. Modern neuroscience is beginning to uncover a surprising culprit that's been hiding in plain sight: inflammation. Yes, the same biological process we associate with swollen joints or sore throats may be quietly impacting your brain, changing how you think, feel, and even age. And the most shocking part? Many of the triggers are woven into your everyday life, from your sleep habits and diet to how you deal with stress. In today's video, we're going to break it all down. What exactly is brain fog and why is it so hard to define? How inflammation affects your brain at a microscopic level. The hidden lifestyle habits that silently fuel this inflammation. And most importantly, what science says you can do to fight back, reverse the damage, and reclaim your mental clarity. Whether you're in your 60s, your 40s, or even younger, understanding this link could change the way you think about your health and your future. Chapter 1: What is brain fog and why it's not just in your head? Let's start by understanding what brain fog actually is. Brain fog isn't a medical diagnosis in itself. It's a collection of cognitive symptoms, things like trouble concentrating, forgetfulness, mental fatigue, slow thinking, difficulty focusing, word-finding issues. People describe it as feeling cloudy, spaced out, or disconnected. It's not the same as dementia or Alzheimer's, but it can sometimes feel just as frustrating. The problem is that traditional medicine often overlooks it. If you complain of brain fog, your blood work might come back normal. A brain scan may look perfectly healthy, but the lived experience? Very real and very disruptive. Recent research, however, is starting to give us better tools to understand what's happening beneath the surface. And one of the most compelling pieces of the puzzle is neuroinflammation. Chapter 2: Inflammation. Your body's fire alarm. To understand the link between brain fog and inflammation, we need to talk about what inflammation actually is. Subscribe to the channel for more videos. Like and comment. Inflammation is part of your body's natural defense system. When you get a cut, a cold, or an infection, your immune system releases chemicals to protect and heal your body. These chemicals create redness, swelling, heat, classic signs of inflammation. This is known as acute inflammation and is usually a good thing. It means your body is doing its job. But there's another kind of inflammation, more dangerous and far less obvious: chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is like a fire that never goes out. It smolders quietly in the background, triggered by things like poor diet, especially processed sugars and trans fats, chronic stress, lack of sleep, environmental toxins, sedentary lifestyle, gut imbalances, and even unresolved emotional trauma. Over time, this kind of inflammation stops being helpful and starts becoming harmful, especially when it spreads to the brain. Chapter 3: Neuroinflammation. The silent saboteur in your brain. Your brain has its own immune system separate from the rest of your body. It's guarded by the blood-brain barrier, a protective shield that keeps out most pathogens and toxins. But when chronic inflammation is present in your body for a long time, that barrier can become leaky. Harmful substances sneak into the brain, and when they do, the brain's immune cells, called microglia, go on high alert. Microglia are like your brain's internal police force. When they detect trouble, they trigger inflammation to fight it off. Again, this is useful in the short term. But when microglia stay in this activated state for too long, they start to cause problems. This leads to a state called neuroinflammation, chronic low-level inflammation inside the brain. And what does neuroinflammation do? It disrupts communication between neurons. It reduces the production of neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. It interferes with memory formation and recall. It slows down processing speed and mental clarity. It can even accelerate age-related brain shrinkage. The result? Brain fog. Subscribe to the channel for more videos. like, and comment. Chapter 4, Everyday Triggers That Inflame Your Brain. Here's where things get even more surprising. Many of the habits we consider normal in modern life are secretly fueling brain inflammation. Let's look at some of the biggest culprits. 1. Poor sleep. Sleep is when your brain performs vital cleanup. During deep sleep, your brain's glymphatic system flushes out toxins, including beta-amyloid, the protein linked to Alzheimer's disease. But when you're sleep deprived, those toxins build up, inflammation increases, cognitive function declines. Studies show that even one night of poor sleep can raise inflammatory markers like CRP and IL-6. 2. Processed foods. Modern diets are rich in sugar, refined carbs, and trans fats. These foods trigger systemic inflammation, especially in the gut. And since the gut and brain are deeply connected through the gut-brain axis, inflammation in your digestive system often leads to inflammation in the brain. 3. Chronic stress. When you're constantly stressed, your body releases high levels of cortisol. Over time, this hormone damages brain structures like the hippocampus key for memory and increases inflammation in neural tissue. 4. Sedentary lifestyle. Exercise is one of the best natural anti-inflammatories. When you don't move enough, inflammatory cytokines rise, blood flow to the brain decreases, and cognitive performance suffers. 5. Environmental toxins. Air pollution, pesticides, mold, and heavy metals like mercury or lead can breach the blood-brain barrier and provoke neural inflammation. 6. Social isolation. This one may surprise you. Loneliness is now recognized as a serious health risk. Chronic loneliness increases inflammation markers and is linked to poorer cognitive health over time. Chapter 5, How to Reverse Brain Inflammation, What Science Says. Now for the good news, brain inflammation is not always permanent. With the right habits, you can calm inflammation, support your brain, and regain your claritin as you age. Here are some of the most evidence-backed strategies. 1. Anti-inflammatory diet. Focus on whole unprocessed foods, rich in antioxidants and healthy fats. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, berries, blueberries, strawberries, fatty fish, salmon, sardines. Turmeric curcumin is a potent anti-inflammatory compound. Olive oil. Nuts and seeds. Avoid ultra-processed snacks, sugary beverages, and refined flours. 2. Quality sleep. Prioritize 7-9 hours of sleep per night. Go to bed and wake up at consistent times. Limit screen exposure before bed and keep your bedroom cool, quiet, and dark. 3. Movement. You don't need to run marathons. Even 30 minutes of walking a day can lower inflammation and boost brain-derived neurotrophic factor BDNF, a key molecule for brain plasticity. 4. Mindfulness and relaxation. Practices like meditation, deep breathing, and prayer reduce stress, hormones, and inflammation. Just 10-15 minutes daily can make a measurable difference. 5. Gut health. Take care of your microbiome. Eat fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, fiber-rich vegetables, and consider a quality probiotic. A healthy gut equals a healthier brain. 6. Meaningful social connection. Stay engaged with family, friends, and community. Social interaction stimulates neural activity and helps regulate the immune system. Final thoughts. The brain is resilient if you let it be. Brain fog can feel overwhelming and discouraging, but remember, your brain is incredibly resilient. Science shows us that by understanding and addressing inflammation, you have the power to clear the mental haze and restore your cognitive vitality. Small, consistent changes like improving your diet, prioritizing sleep, managing stress, and staying socially connected can make a profound difference. The journey to sharper focus and clearer thinking isn't about quick fixes, it's about nurturing your brain every day. So don't give up hope. Your brain's capacity to heal and adapt is remarkable at any age. Start today and watch as the fog begins to lift, revealing a clearer, brighter mind and a healthier, more vibrant life. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more science-backed insights to help you live your best life. Stay curious, stay healthy, and keep your mind ever young. Subscribe to the channel for more videos, like and comment,